Hi, and welcome to my channel where I post God knows what.
Oh my god.
Today, I needed to express some things. Not all of this is going to be new or shiny, and I'm not even caffeinated right now, so prepare yourselves, but this is something that I would just like to make clear so that when the aliens come, I can be like, no, I wasn't that stupid, look at this video. So we all know they're gonna eat me and use me as a toothpick. Anyway, so as I'm sure you all know, I'm not good at social media. I mean, I think I'm wonderful, but what I mean by that is like, I know if I were to just do like a reacting to whatever, or something's wrong with name drop here, I would get so many views. And I also know if I finally just gave in and produced a child that I intentionally had wear matching outfits with me, I would kill it on Facebook with those moms. But I don't, because I just can't, and also I don't want a kid. And if you do create content such as this, or you're into content such as this, cool, man. But what I'm getting at here is please don't take any of this as like, it's not about you. I'm not talking about you. I don't even know who you are. I'm talking about me and how I'm bad at social media. And I'm also really bad at absorbing it. For example, I have a lot of friends who really like to follow these like fitness Instagram accounts. And again, this is the last time I'm gonna say this in this video, like make your money. I know there are some truly good-hearted ones out there who aren't just trying to sell fit tees. And if you like watching them and they actually help you, this is the last time I'm gonna give this disclaimer. Good. I'm glad. But what I would ask is, how much does this actually help you? And like I've said this out loud. While I am not in your brain, I have no way of really knowing this or not, but I know for myself, I've gotten on the train. I have followed some of these accounts thinking like, okay, cool. It'll like show me tutorials on like new things to do in the gym that I consistently go to and can like switch up my routine. Here's the thing is that it didn't and it doesn't, and it just makes me feel awful about myself. If you really are trying to make like long strides in the gym, changing up your routine every day and doing all like what is this? Why would we do that's not necessary. They're just constantly trying to come up with new content because that's what it is. It's content. It's not actually what's happening in the gym. I never in my entire existence have looked at one of these girls and been like, yeah, one day I'll look like that. I'd just be like, well, you win some, you lose some, you know? And I will fully admit that the reason it made me feel crappy was likely because I have self-esteem issues. But I also feel like the majority of it is because I am now comparing myself to extremely unrealistic conditions. Here's what I mean. I'm in bed, scrolling through Instagram at like 8 p.m., which is when I am like peak bloated, have removed all my makeup because I'm an old lady that goes to bed at 9 and has no regrets. And I wander over to the mirror and I look at myself. You know what the first thing that my brain does? My brain just compares myself to an image that likely isn't even real. And even if it is real, it is a perfect snapshot in a world of crap. Yeah, you're not the only one taking burst photos and picking one of them out of like 120. We all are. I'm in it too. No, I am comparing myself to a photo that was taken in a very specific lighting. It was taken in very certain conditions, likely first thing in the morning when we're all like morning skinny. And then additionally, there has likely been done plenty of Photoshop or Facetune done. Is it any of these girls' fault that I feel that way? No. I said I was on my last disclaimer, but I lied to you, okay? Like, live your lives. I'm glad that you have found a level of hotness I will never achieve. It's okay. People think I'm funny, or maybe they don't, and I'll die alone, whatever. I have my dog. But no, like, I understand that I am the one reacting away to you. So am I gonna leave you horrible comments? Am I gonna judge you? Am I gonna, no, I'm not a terrible human being. Like, again, live your life. But I'm gonna unfollow you. So you know who I follow now? Many food blogs and Pomeranian accounts. I look at other dogs in the day. How does that make you feel? Doesn't give a shit. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not good at absorbing the internet. Social media is not really healthy a lot of the time for anyone, but I recognize where it's not healthy for me. This is nothing new. We've all known since like middle school Photoshop was a thing. But are you aware people are doing this with video now as well? You can't even trust videos and like, what? Again, this is nothing new. People fake stuff, then it's in your face all the time, then you start comparing yourself to really unrealistic beauty standards. There's a million videos on this. So, am I saying that you should just go and unfollow every single person that makes you feel bad? Yeah. Probably. And if you know them and it makes you feel bad unfollowing them, dude, just mute them. I have so many people muted. Half of y'all annoy me now. But this is my point. We're like 10 minutes in, this is the point of this whole video, is there are so many things that you can control. Yeah, who you follow, but also your own face. I have seen so many people, and please, please, please know, I am not trying to shame anyone, because I understand there's a lot of pressure, especially when you are in the public eye. I also understand appearing perfect and like having a perfect life can really like directly affect your income and your money. So again, I get it. But especially lately, I feel like I have seen so many people, the only time that they post a picture of themselves is when it's really heavily face-tuned, or it's really heavily photoshopped, or it's really heavily used one of those creepy video editing apps, or you're only posting, even with like Instagram stories, like you're only posting those when you have like a face filter on. And this is my issue with that, and what I am here to yell about today is that there's a difference between everybody. You are taking a ton of pictures of yourself and you're selecting the few that look good. And then of course there's like the minimum amount of like basic filters you're gonna put on that just to like make the lighting look better. It kind of like hides that one faded zit that's over here. You know, everybody does that. But what I mean is like if you are at the point where you are not even comfortable just watching a video of your actual face without a filter on it, it's gonna fuck with you mentally. It is, man. Because you are no longer just at the point where you are looking in the mirror and comparing yourself to a really heavily photoshopped like Instagram model or an extremely unrealistic picture of Kylie Jenner. You are now comparing yourself to an unrealistic version of yourself. You're now at this point where you're starting to compare how your actual real life skin, no matter how perfect it is, to a completely unrealistic Instagram smooth skin filter. You already just in life, because of the world that we live in, there is like a line of here's like really unrealistic perfect that we all strive to be, whether you admit that or not. Everybody in a little bit wants to be here. But what you have done when you bring in comparing yourself to a version of yourself and constantly editing yourself and doing all this stuff is you move that line. Yes, I sound like your mother. Because I probably am. I'm just saying, like, this is happening. Like, every time a celebrity does this, every time a regular person does this, every time anybody does this, what happens is we are just shifting that line to a point where it's like the only way you can achieve it is online, which is wild. So, I am a far from perfect human being, but I am proud to say every single picture, every single video that I have put on the internet, whether that's here or on Instagram, you should probably follow me. I post boring bread videos. None of those have been modified like that. Now, do I intentionally pick filters that are flattering? Yes. But go ahead, zoom in on this ass picture. That's real. You can tell by the amount of stomach and face fat that I also got. And while I partly do this because it would be awful, it would break me if I met one of you and you were like, wow, you look nothing like you do in your videos. Because trust me, you have all seen this. This is the lowest of the low. I don't think it can get worse from here. It can only go up if you see me in public. But I also do this because I know I don't have like a huge audience by any means, but I would never want to set the example that this is what you should be doing, especially for those of you that are younger. Like in my book, it is so important to think that you are cute with your flaws. But keep in mind, we are all gonna be ugly one day. There is no doubting that. I don't care what J-Lo looks like, she's gonna be ugly one day. And I just feel like the sooner that you can get comfortable with that, not that we're all striving for it. I hope to age like J-Lo, you know what I mean? I better look like that. But if you can't get comfortable with the fact that you're not always gonna look your best, and even if you did always look your best, there's always gonna be someone that's hotter than you, and that's okay. I truly think you are going to be so much better off. I know that a lot of people have very deep-rooted issues and associations with their looks that like a 12-minute video for me is not going to fix. But If you have found yourself continuing to edit yourself and to feel like you need to meet these really unrealistic standards of yourself, I would maybe encourage you to just take a break, see how that goes. Like, I promise you the world will continue to turn despite the fact that you are putting up pictures of yourself covered in acne, your hair looking a mess, and you got a flat ass coming back because you're gonna lose some weight. Because when I was younger, we had tabloids, we had media, we had TV shows, you know, we had all this stuff that made us feel bad about ourselves. But what's crazy now is that you have that in your pocket. And again, I know I sound like your freaking vacation Bible school teacher. Don't tear others down for editing themselves. Remember, at any point you can separate yourself from that, whether again that is who you decide to follow, whether that is who you decide to associate yourself with, or what you decide to do with your face on the internet. So I'm going to end this with the most mom thing that will ever come out of my mouth, but whatever, this is literally my whole job. I always think, like, if I had a daughter or a son or even just like one of your best friends, like, is the way that you view yourself how you would want them to view themselves? No, my child is beautiful. Like, I'm just saying, would you want them to feel like they need to constantly compete with Photoshop? No. Then okay, stop doing it to yourself, you dingbat. Anyway, that's it for this video. Go clean out your social media things. Maybe add some people if you need something ugly to compare yourself to. Boosted confidence since 1991, that's me. And yeah, have a nice day, bye, thank you for watching.